Saturday. Welcome back to my channel. It is about 7:30 on Saturday morning, and I am getting ready to go to work. And I have a lot planned for this weekend. Actually, I don't have a lot of plans for the weekend. I just have a lot to do this weekend. My plan is to stay home and work on my house, work on the yard. It's going to be a beautiful weekend. It's going to be warm, pretty much hot, but I like that. So my plan is to cut the grass and to plant some flowers in my flower box. I'm going to try to do something to my little side porch over here is so neglected, and there's no covering yet on either one of my, like on the little front porch and on the little side porch. We're in the process of building a deck on the back that will go out to the pool. So whenever we get that finished, that's going to be covered. Part of it's going to be covered. So I wanted part of it where I could, that it's not covered where I can lay in the sun and things. But we want part of it to be like a sunroom. So that's the plan. Hopefully that gets done sometime in the next 10 years. I don't know. But I want to do something to that side porch where it's a comfortable place to sit. I tried to get one of those umbrellas on the free stand. I still have the stand, but the wind catches it and it just ends up toppling over and breaking the umbrella. So that never works. We have a lot of wind here in North Carolina, so it's not practical for us to spend the money on an umbrella, a freestanding umbrella out there. And then a couple years ago, I tried to get one of those canopies that you stretch out over the porch thing, and I can't find the right size. Like, it's either too big or too small. It's like I just don't know what to do out there, because come summertime, there's just no way that you could sit out there. It's just too hot without some kind of covering. So I'm not sure what to do. If you have any ideas, let me know. Right now, like, I have a chair out there and one of those porch rug things. I'd like to find a little table maybe. And I never thought about maybe like one of those beach, well, I don't really want a beach chair look, but you know how you can buy those beach chairs that have the little covering over it? But like I said, we'd have to put it up all the time because it would get blown off. It has to be a fairly heavy chair. I'd love to have a rocking chair out there, but I don't know. It's not that big. I could fit maybe 2 chairs and a small table out there, and that's about all I can fit out there. But I'd like to do something, to make it kind of look cutesy. So I'm going to go to Walmart when I get off work today and see if they have anything that I can use out there that's not overly expensive. I don't know. I just don't like that area, and I just want it to look better. So I do have a flower box on the railing out there, so I'm going to get some flowers to put in there. So I need to get like a bag of dirt and some kind of bushier, because it's kind of a deep flower box. So I need to get something that's kind of going to drape over the flower box. So I'm going to stop at Walmart and see if I can find that. And then I got to get a couple other things. I need some more fruit. I need some more granola. I was going to get some more press-on nails. I've been making jewelry, and I'm really into it right now. Hopefully I stick with it, because I get these wild hairs and I start projects and crafts and stuff, and then I kind of like get bored with it and put it down, and I don't know, it's just who I am. But I had nails on, and there's so much little tedious detail work that you gotta do with your fingers, and the nails were just driving me crazy. Like, I just couldn't grasp hold of anything, So, man, I took them suckers off. But I like to get the press-on ones that are short. So I think if I get some of those, because my fingernails are pitiful. It's not that big a deal, but, it just makes me feel better when I have some color on my nails and stuff. And then when I paint them, it just chips off. So I like to get those little short ones. So I want to get some nails. I'll show you the jewelry I'm making real quick. And I actually made a couple bracelets too, but it's bandana jewelry. This is this one, if you can see it. It's this one's got a cowboy boot on it. I think they are so cute. My plan is to make enough and sell them on eBay is what, or I could just, I don't know if there's a different, better place to sell this kind of stuff. Now, if I had enough of it, I could set up at like a farmer's market or something like that. But that's that one. And then I made this one last night. And man, it passes time too. Like if I'm bored and I just start working on this, and 2 hours pass, you know. I made this one. This one says y'all on it. But I think this one's really cute. I'm gonna wear this one soon, I think. But I love the burgundy. So I have that one. I made this blue one that has this big, I don't know, is that a bull? I don't know. Is it a ram? It's not a ram. What is that? I guess it's like a bull. So that's got that on it, and with the turquoise. It has a little feather dangling next to his head there. So I have that one. This one, some of them had clasp, and this one I just tie, you know, some of them you can just tie around your neck. So you don't have to mess with the clasp. And then this yellow one has the turquoise blue heart on it. I have a couple more at work that I left at work. And I made the cutest little bracelet for my daughter. And then I made one for my daughter's mother-in-law, who is going through chemo right now. And I know she watches my videos, and I just, you know, want her to know I'm praying for her, and you're in my thoughts every day. And I made you a little bracelet. It's on the way. If this video gets put up before you get it, I wrapped it in a little pink bandana. Like, instead of like tissue paper, I just used another bandana and kind of wrapped it up in that. And that keeps it from moving around the box too. And then I got this little idea last night because I had all these little scrap pieces. So I got this little idea to make, if I can get it, I swear I can't see anymore, little earrings. Let's see if I can put it in my top hole here. But aren't these cute? And I thought, well, I could sell those as a set, like make matching sets. This one's shaped a little differently. I'm gonna have to fix this one. But that's what that looks like. Aren't they cute? They look really cute if you got long hair too. Well, if you have short hair, it'll look cute too because you'll be able to see them. But I'm gonna make them different colors. And I'm gonna put maybe some different beads up top here. I have the whole earring kit because before we moved here, I started trying to make those leather earrings. So I got the whole kit of that, and I just didn't enjoy that. You know, it was too hard to like poke holes in all the little pieces of leather, and then you got to cut the shapes out and all that. Because I'm like, I don't have the patience for, you know, if I do something, it needs to be fun for me and fairly easy, or I'm just going to give up on it. So yeah, I think those are really cute. So yeah, that's my project for right now. And I'm also going to start making, I thought, what can I do with all my sourdough discard? I know you can make all kinds of foods and stuff, I know that, but we don't eat all of that stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sourdough dog treats. So I went and got to Hobby. You know, you cannot hardly find at Hobby Lobby they have them, but it's always sold out as a whatchamacallit, a bone-shaped cookie cutter. It's like they're always sold out. I guess I can get one on Amazon. I'm just impatient, like I want it now. But I bought this little silicone, these little paws. So I'm gonna make like dog-sized treats, and they're gonna be peanut butter and sourdough. But I figure sourdoughs, you know, and it's a thing, you know, it's safe for dogs. It's probably good for their guts too, you know. So I'm gonna package those up in these little bags, and I got some little paw ribbon that I'm gonna tie around and put a little label on them. and I'm gonna try to sell those. I'm trying to think of ways where I can make money and be able to stay home, you know, because I'll tell you about this a little bit later after work, but all the stuff that's going on with my mother-in-law, we're trying to figure out like what the next step is and if I stay home with her and all this stuff. So I will catch up with you when I get home from work because I got to get going. And so I'll see you in just a little bit.
Guys my age laugh at my jokes, treat me like one of the bros. Think I'm cool, but they would never date me. 'Cause girls my age have tiny waists, skin tight denim, baby faces, dance at the bar like no one's watching. But I'm just a flower on the wall, not someone you'd ever fall for. But in a couple weeks, you look at me. When I get pretty, then you'll want me. I'll be picture perfect to make you happy. I'll be dancing, center of attention, the vision of the woman that you wanted me to be. When I get pretty, maybe once I'm beautiful, I feel like I'm good enough. My insecurities wouldn't get the best of me. Baby, I'm out of this world, doable, your cover girl. Wouldn't have to work 'cause I get things for free. But I'm just a flower on the wall, not someone you'd ever fall for. But in a couple weeks, you look at me.
Okay, got those flowers planted. I gotta make me some ice so I can drink some ice water. It's getting a little hot out there. Put a little water in there. I was trying to debate whether I was going to cut grass today or work in the house and do things inside, but it is too pretty out. And tomorrow we're supposed to have thunderstorms. So tomorrow's gonna be the perfect day for me to clean and do the things inside that I need to do. I wanted to also show you these other necklaces that I made that I had at work. This is a red one in turquoise. This one has a hook where you can either hook it or you can tie it depending on how, you know, how low you want it to hang. But there's that one. And I made this one for my mom because she wanted pink and turquoise. So I made this one for Mom. So I'm gonna send that to her or take it to her, whichever works out. And then here's this black one with another bullhead or whatever it is. That one's kind of would hang lower. And then here's the bracelet I made for my daughter. Aren't they cute with the little charms on them? She likes anything Western, so this one's got, most of them have Western. I'm gonna venture out and do like some different ones that aren't Western. I'll do some that are beachy, since we live close to the beach. So that's what I have made so far. I want to get like 20 or so made, and then I'm gonna start trying to sell them, so I have plenty to choose from. So I have one I'm over there working on now. So anyway, I did go to Walmart, and that's where I got the flowers, and they actually had a lot to choose from this year, which I was happy about. So I got those petunias, which I think they'll look really pretty in there because they're taller. I think they're the wave petunias. I think that's what they are. And then I got another little outside pillow and another little pot to sit out there. So it's looking cute. I want to get a little table to put. I thought I had tables. My mother-in-law might have them at her house. I don't know. And so then you could just sit out there and have a little table, sit your drink on or whatever. And if I only had an umbrella, it would be perfect. So I don't know. I'll figure something out where I can sit out there. So now I think I need to charge my phone, and then I think I'm going to go out and cut grass. It's hot, but I don't mind the heat. I just put my headphones in, and hopefully my back will hold out. I'm not feeling too awfully bad right now, and when my back doesn't hurt, I have a whole new perspective on life. Like when you're not in pain and you feel good, like it just makes you just happy and in a good mood. But when you have some kind of body pain, it just drains you of energy and want to do anything. So I will get started on the grass, and then we'll see what else we can get into today. I love these type of days. I love my home days. I'm gonna have to take the dog out for a walk. I know I'm very fortunate because he's kind of, other than when he's outside, he's kind of a lazy dog. He likes to sleep. So that's good for me. He likes his bed, and he's pretty content. So, and then I don't know, probably about 4 o'clock, I'll probably try to eat dinner. I'm just going to eat leftovers. I made a hamburger and squash bowl yesterday. I just put some salad leaves, lettuce greens on the bottom, and then I sauteed some lean ground beef with some mushrooms. I think I put mushrooms in it, and some taco seasoning, and I made some spaghetti squash, and it was so delicious. If you have not tried spaghetti squash, just try it. I mean, it's delicious. It's got just a teeny bit of sweet taste to it, so when you put something salty with it, it's so good. And then I just cut up avocado, put some salsa on there, and some cottage cheese, and it was so good. Lots of protein. I didn't get enough protein yesterday because I didn't really eat much for lunch. I had a protein bar for lunch because yesterday was busy and I just didn't get, I don't hear me remember what I did yesterday. I don't remember. But I didn't have a lot of time to fix anything. Oh, I went to the gym. Then I had to come home and check on my mother-in-law and then take care of the dog and all that. So I just didn't really feel like making the mess, honestly. So I just took a protein bar and I ate a rice cake. I didn't get enough protein yesterday. So today I'm going to try to make up for that and get enough protein. So I'm going to get out and start on some grass. And then later on, before I end this video, I'll update you on what's going on with my mother-in-law and the things that we're dealing with right now. And I hope you'll stick around for that. And I could use some support or any kind advice that you might have, because it's a difficult time for me and my husband. So I'll catch up with you in a bit.
Wouldn't lie to you, doesn't matter what I do. She's got a hold on me. She knows how to drive a truck, but she lets me pick her up when we're going dancing. My heart starts beating when my headlights shining on her. She's my country girl. I couldn't tell you what she's doing with me. She's so damn out of my league. She's a little bit crazy on the weekends, dancing in her red dress, and I love the way she looks in my eyes. And I'm feeling like midnight's getting closer, and I just wanna hold her in my arms till the sun comes up. She's a little bit country. Yeah, she's my country girl. She's a little bit country. Yeah, she's my country girl. She can let her hair down, but got her feet on the ground. I can't get enough of her. She can drive me so wild, just with that sweet smile, and there's nobody else for me. My heart starts racing every time I'm looking.
Okay, I'm finally sitting down. Got me something to drink. It is so nice out. I normally get like bored mowing, like after, because we have like an acre and there's a lot of things to go around and stuff, so I usually get bored. But it was really nice. I just put my headphones on and I just get in my head, you know, and just think. Very, very little do people think anymore. We're so absorbed with everything, social media and such. I don't know. I felt like the need to like share what my thoughts were the other day. I was taking a walk, and when I take a walk, I just kind of talk to God and like just have that time that's just me and God, and I just talk. And that's when I do most of my thinking and pondering on things. And I was call it convicted, call it feeling guilty about all the time I was spending on my phone and scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. And I was thinking, Lord, I felt really pathetic. I'm not gonna lie. I felt pathetic because God's been so good to me. He's been so good to me. He's been so gracious and merciful to me. And I spend 90% more time scrolling Instagram. I just recently got a TikTok, but I took that app off my phone. I might still have an account, but I took it off my phone. Facebook, Marketplace, all the stuff, YouTube. You know, yes, I have a YouTube channel. And I mainly have my channel, to be completely honest with you, I mainly have my channel because just like everybody, I would like to have an income and stay home. And it's not because I'm lazy. I have, you know, I work very hard. I work very hard for everything that I have. And, you know, but I would like to be able to stay home and be a homemaker. My mother-in-law lives right behind me here with like 40 foot from my front door. And I don't know if you haven't watched my previous videos, she has sudden onset dementia of some sort. We don't have a complete diagnosis yet, but we know she has dementia. And she's struggling just to do everyday things. And so there's going to be a point probably pretty soon that we're going to have to make the decision if I'm going to continue working and have to put her in a nursing home, or am I going to quit my job and stay home and take care of her. So those are our options. You know, I would like to be able to stay home and take care of her. I know it's going to be hard on me, on my marriage, and it's going to be stressful at times. I've done home health for a long time. I haven't done it since I have done it since I lived in North Carolina. I haven't done it since I worked at the post office. But I love the work. I love the people. But it's emotionally, physically, mentally exhausting, especially when you're dealing with Alzheimer's and dementia. But I love her. She's been good to me. She's been good to me and my husband. And I don't want to just throw her off at the hardest time in her life. She can't help what's happening to her. Aging is a natural process. I'm not saying that everybody's going to get dementia, because that's not true. But I at least have to give it a shot. If I can give it a shot, I would like to give it a shot and help her and be there for her. And I know that's going to take paying off some bills and such that I have. I don't have a lot of debt. I have my car payment and I have 3 credit cards, and they're not real high. So it's not going to be that difficult for, you know, us to pay off my debt, but it's still debt, and I still would like to have a little bit of me money, you know. And so that's what we're going through right now, and it's so hard, and it's like you can't see the future, so you know you can't say what might happen, or you know we just don't know, and it's like a step of faith that we have to take. So we're going to take it one day at a time, and until she gets to the point where we're like, okay, there's absolutely no way she can be alone. We've already had to take her keys because sometimes she thinks she's in Ohio, and sometimes she thinks she's in Dayton, where she used to live, and we're in North Carolina. So it was like, will she get in the car and just take off and try to go to Ohio? We don't know. So, you know, for her safety and other people's safety, it's like, that's just a decision that we felt like we had to make. So, long story short, yes, I have a YouTube channel, and I do have a Facebook account, and mainly I use Facebook for, I do post a little bit, but mainly I like it for Marketplace. I buy a lot of stuff and I sell a lot of stuff on Marketplace. And if you can have Marketplace without Facebook, let me know, because I don't think that you can. So anyway, I was feeling so guilty about the time I was spending on it. And I'm going to be completely transparent. And, you know, if you are able to balance that in your life, kudos to you, you know, but I myself, no, I cannot balance that in my life. I literally would wake up first thing in the morning and pick up my phone and see, did I get any likes? Did I get new followers? I'm telling, I feel like it's just so stinking pathetic. It's just so pathetic. And I'm sorry if I'm stepping on anybody's toes, but this is me personally. I'm not judging anybody for having social media. Obviously, I'm on social media. But this is what I'm going to try to limit myself to is there's a couple YouTube channels that I do enjoy. I like to do some research. I've been researching dementia and Lewy body dementia and stuff like that. So YouTube is a very helpful tool. It's to me, it's a little harder to get addicted to watching videos like this. You do it like when you're in your leisure time or whatever. But like if you have if you're a digital creator or whatever you want to call it, and you're trying to get followers and you're trying to get likes and shares and all that, it's really, to me, it's such a distraction. It's so mentally exhausting. And I thought, Lord, I am neglecting everything in my life for people, to get a like from somebody that I don't even know. It just felt so pathetic to me. And I know us, as YouTube content creators, that's how, if you want to get monetized, you have to have those things. It's like your job. So I understand that. And I would love that this be my job, but then that's it. I don't sit, I do my job. I try to build my channel, but I don't obsess over it to where I'm constantly on it, constantly checking. I'm sick of it. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the negativity. I'm tired of the lies and the manipulation and the AI garbage. I'm tired of all of it. It's like, I want to get back to living my life. It's like we don't even notice things. Here I am sitting on the couch next to my husband, and instead of looking at my husband and talking to him in his eyes, I'm like this. And I'm 95 times worse than he is. I mean, he can sit here on the couch and watch a movie and not look at anything but the movie, and I'm sitting here watching a movie and watching my phone. It's like, I'm tired of it. I'm over it. I want to spend time in the Word of God, because the Bible says, let God be truth and every man a liar. Every man. That doesn't mean like, certain people. It says every man. Unless he's preaching right from that Bible, and he's giving you just, and not that people can't manipulate the Bible, because they can manipulate the Bible. And I'm over it. Like, I want it to be me, my husband, me and God, my family. I want to enjoy my home. I want, just going outside and looking at like my pictures I showed you, looking at the honeysuckle and smelling it, the rose bushes, the green grass, breathing the air, and just counting our blessings and where we're at and what God has done for us. Things are always going to be bad. There's always going to be bad things, but we're not promised tomorrow. We need to live our lives. God didn't create us to be, in the depths of despair. We're to live in joy and peace. And like, that's what I want my life to be. And like I said, if you're a balanced person and you can balance those things in your life, that's awesome, but I will take things to extreme. I will spend the time on the phone and neglect other things. And most of all, I neglect God. I don't, it's just like, what better tool of the devil than to get us so distracted? We don't see what's going on around us. I mean, people are crashing into each other on the roads because they're on their phones. They can't put their phones down to drive down the road. We can't put our phones down to eat dinner. We can't put our phones down to watch a movie with our spouse, because it's like we got to do, and it's like, I'll be like, what happened? Oh, it's like, well, why don't you watch a movie and you'll find out what happened. And I'm not meaning this for anybody else, because I'm just talking about me personally and the things that I've been dealing with. And to my channel so I can do I don't care what, how you live you do you. I'm just saying, this is me personally, and there's going to be some changes made in my life. I want to sit with my husband, and I want to talk to him without distractions. I want to look at him in his eyes when I'm talking to him and be present. The Bible says not to worry about the things tomorrow. We are so busy living for tomorrow that we are not living in the present. We're not living for what is now and what's in front of us, and just taking in the little things in life, talking to God and not having our mind distracted with so many other things, talking to our spouse, talking to our children, and being present. We don't know what that's like anymore. It's like everything is so, and me and my husband talk all the time. We're like, everything just feels off. Everything feels weird. Like, why can't we go back to what, how it was in the 1980s and the 1990s? You know why? Because back then there were no cell phones. You were present. You did things with your family. You enjoyed that time. You talked. You looked at each other. There wasn't total distraction all the time. And you have to wonder, what is the purpose in all of that? I believe everything kind of has a purpose. There's a purpose in it to keep our minds on other things that our minds aren't supposed to be on. Our brains were not meant to carry the load of so much. We're to work hard. We are to take care of our homes, our families, take care of our health and do the best that we can. Not obsess over it, because even as much as I'm into health and now I'm into fitness and things, you can get that off balance too, where that's your obsession. It's like, why do we take everything to an extreme? We take everything to an obsession instead of living our lives in this balanced way. We have to take everything to an extreme. And the Bible talks a lot about balance, and when your life gets off kilter and out of balance, it affects every aspect of your life, and it affects every relationship in your life. And I was just noticing that my attitude was changing, and I believe the Lord convicted my heart over it, and it's like, Kelly, you need to get the junk out and focus on what's before you and what's in front of you. God's given me so many blessings. I have a wonderful family. I have wonderful friends. I have a good job, honestly. I make good money, and I don't work that hard. It's time consuming sometimes, but I work 4.5 hours a day and 25.5 hours a week, and I make really good money for what I do. And I've met so many wonderful people, and I'm so blessed. My daughter and my son-in-law are here. My other son from California is moving here. I never thought that would happen. But God knew my heart as a mother, and He knew how much it grieved me to be away from my children. And it makes me teary, because, like, if you think that God doesn't hear you and He doesn't notice and He doesn't hear the cries of your heart, He does. He does. And you don't even have to speak it. Sometimes you don't have the words to speak. You just feel it in your heart. And sometimes all you can say is, God, help. Or, I need you, Lord. I need you to step in and do something. And then you think that He's forgotten, or He didn't notice, or He didn't hear. Well, He hears. He don't always work in the way that we think He should or when He should, but He works. And I find comfort in that. And no matter what happens in my life, I don't have any kind of fear, because, like, the worst that can happen to me is I die and go to heaven. So if you're a Christian and you live with that mentality, what is there really to fear? So we have one life to live, and I I want to live my life to the fullest, and I want to enjoy everything that I have. I'm 51. I'll be 52 in June. I can't believe that. And I don't want to waste any more time. I don't want to waste time. I have a good husband. I have a wonderful home. I have many blessings. And most of all, you know, God's grace. You know, I thank Him every day for saving me, and I thank Him every day for the gospel, you know, and without that, we would have nothing. And I'm just so grateful, and I want to live with a heart of gratitude, and that is my goal, is to live with gratitude. And there's so many people that are sick and are going through hard times, and I'm gonna bellyache about having to cut the grass. I'm gonna bellyache about something in my home not being finished. Like, I have nothing to complain about. You know, I started making these little necklaces and things. I just started on this one. This one's not done. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it the way it is or not. I'll have to see. I'm not done with it, but even that brings me joy, you know. And it was like, oh, they're so cute, and you know, maybe I can actually do something with this and make a little, you know, side money or whatever. So, you know, God works in mysterious ways. Maybe this is something He put in my life to help me out, you know, to give me a little extra income if I have to stay home. I don't know. But that's my rant for today. I am so hungry. But I'm trying to wait till like 4 o'clock to eat, because if I eat now, I'm going to be hungry again before bedtime. And then I could have a snack or something before bed. I don't think I've met my protein goals today at all, which is okay. You know, it's balance. It's balance. You don't have to be perfect every day. Just do the best you can, and the next day try to do a little better. You know, it's all about balance, and it's all about God's grace, because we all need it. But I think I'm going to end this today, and I don't know what I'm going to do. I got all the grass cut. I can't believe I got all the grass cut in like, what, an hour and a half I think it took me. I got dirt on my face, so stuff was blowing up. I was literally wiping my nose and stuff on my other shirt that I had on. So I'll have to shower, and you know what, I might take a bath tonight. I haven't done that in a while, but I do need to wash my hair, so I'm not sure. Maybe I'll take a bath tomorrow. That's I'm gonna eat and clean up in here a little bit. Put the dog outside. I need to bring him in because it's pretty warm. Tomorrow we're supposed to get some rain. We're in a drought, and we're not supposed to burn or anything. And I got 2 barrels full of garbage I have to burn outside, and we can't burn anything. We're on a burn ban, and we'll probably be on a burn ban for weeks. We'd have to get a lot of rain for them to probably lift that. They're always saying we're in a drought, even when it rains. It's like, oh, we're behind on rain. Really? It's been raining for 2 weeks straight. How can we be behind on rain? I don't know. They always got to do something, you know. So I'm going to get this place cleaned up a little bit. I'm going to eat and try to get some relaxation. Tomorrow I'm going to spend the day cleaning the house. And like I said, I'm going to start making sourdough dog treats. So I'm going to start doing that tomorrow too. And maybe work on a little bit of some more necklaces and things. But in my video, you'll see my little, my water machine. I'm going to leave a link in the description box. If you are interested in purchasing one of these, I'm telling you what, it's changed my life. It has changed my life. You know how nice it is not to have to buy bottled water? And knowing that you're not drinking from that plastic and putting that in your body anymore. I mean, I fill it up at the sink, dump it in a couple minutes I got filtered water. And I mean, it's wonderful. I think it's less than $400, but think of what you're saving on bottled water. If you buy it like I do. I use it for my coffee, we use it for drinking water, cooking, whatever it is. So we went through a lot of bottled water. Probably at least 32 packs a week is what we were buying. So that's about $11-12 a week. No, wait a minute. 2 a week, did I say 2 a week? Which say it's $10, so that's like $40-50 a month on bottled water, and it's bad for you. So if you're interested in buying one of those, I would highly recommend it. And it's pretty, you know, it sits on my counter on that little stand, and it's nice. So I will link that below, and then I would get a little bit of commission, which would help me out, you know, if you purchase from my link. So I will appreciate that. So I pray you have a great evening, a weekend. And Monday I'm off work, so I'm taking my mother-in-law to the doctor. She's got a heart doctor appointment. Her feet and her legs are swollen right now, and I think she's kind of quit drinking enough water. She used to drink a lot of water. Now I think she's kind of quit doing that. So I'm trying to stay on top of that too. So yeah, I will see you probably next week sometime.